Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I recorded this video specifically for people who are just getting started in their home buying journey, so I hope you find it useful. We're going to go over the 5 steps to purchasing a home in North Carolina. Number 1, you got to find financing. And to do that, I suggest you guys shop around with multiple different banks so that you can make sure that you're getting the best interest rate, the best terms, all of that good stuff. Secondly, make sure you go with somebody local. You want to find somebody that's local who knows the intricacies of this market, all the laws of this market, and somebody that will be there for you at, say, a 9 a.m. closing. If you're working with an online bank and they open up in California and they don't open up until midday here on the East Coast, then they're not going to be there for you when something goes wrong at a 9 a.m. closing. So you want to make sure you work with somebody local to be there for you. Also, probably most important is don't wait to find financing until after you found a home that you want to purchase. So make sure you get ahead of the game. And the reason is because some houses do sell quickly. So if we're taking 24, 48 hours to catch up and get your approval from the bank, then you're going to be behind the curve. Maybe that home will sell already. So it's really important. Go ahead and start that early on in the process. That way you guys won't have any hiccups when we go to make an offer. All right, so number 2, you want to consult a realtor. And you want to pick a realtor who is actively working in the business, somebody who is a full-time agent. You don't want to pick somebody who sells 1 or 2 homes a year. Look for somebody that sells 15, 20, 30 homes a year because they're really going to have a great idea of what's going on in the market and how to best advise you, especially when it comes to negotiating. You also want to find somebody who will really consider your needs and wants. I think it's a huge red flag if your real estate agent isn't willing to sit down with you and talk over with your needs and wants for at least an hour or 2 before you guys go look at houses. That way they can narrow down and help you guys look for the right type of home that will fit your needs. Also, you need to be working with a realtor who you believe has your best interest at heart. And that just comes down to trust, guys. Pick a real estate agent that you guys trust. That way you make sure that they're looking after your needs and wants. We're moving on to step 3, making an offer. So obviously going to look at houses is a ton of fun, but it gets really serious when we start to make offers. Okay, so when you go to make an offer, there's a lot of terms that are very important in making an offer. There's the offer price. There's the earnest money or due diligence fee, which is like a deposit on the house. There's the closing date, so how quickly are you able to close the house? And number 4, the financing. What type of financing are you getting? Some are better than others, okay? So first of all, let's understand the 2 different types of deposits. One of them is refundable, one of them is non-refundable. Due diligence fee is non-refundable. You put a little bit of money up front to show you got some skin in the game, and this also gives us the ability to back out should something go wrong. Earnest money is another amount of a deposit that gets at risk after the inspection period. Don't worry about all this too much right now, but just understand that the earnest money deposit is refundable. So you will be able to get that back if, say, the inspections go badly. So let's move on then to step 4, which is inspections. So inspections are really important. You want to make sure you do your due diligence on the property and make sure that it's not falling down or there's not contamination in the water if you got a well and that sort of thing. So it's really important that you have, say, $500 to say $1,500 saved to do your inspections with. And you're going to do a normal home inspection. You might do radon tests. If you're out in the country a little bit, you probably have like a septic tank that you need to get inspected or a well that needs to be inspected. So depending on how many inspections that need to be done, the age of the house, and all those good things could determine how much you're going to spend on inspections. But spending $1 now to find an issue that could be a problem later is a lot cheaper usually than having to deal with that problem after you've already bought the house. So important that you get those things out up front. After inspections, we're going to get a big list of stuff from the inspector that could be potentially wrong with the house. Some of them, mostly all of them, are very minor things, but some of them it could be major things. It's important that we negotiate for those major things. That way, hopefully the seller will do some repairs or give us some sort of financial credit for those repairs. Finally, we're moving towards closing. Yay! That's the best part. That's when you get the keys, right? So There's a few things that you need to know as you're heading into closing. Number one, don't change anything financially. Don't switch your job. Don't, go out and buy a bunch of furniture on credit. Your lender is going to check your credit and your credit score all the way up into the date of closing. So make sure you don't change anything financially while we're under contract. And then the day of closing, make sure you bring your ID and bring a closing either check that would be a certified check that you pick up at the bank, or you may wire the money to the attorney's office directly. And finally, about a day or so before closing, we will do a final walkthrough. This is for you to get a last chance to look at the house before closing, but also allows you to check, make sure that the seller got all their stuff out of the house, to make sure they did any of the repairs that we requested, to check the craftsmanship of any of the repairs that they did do. So it's really important we do that final walkthrough. Anyways, you get all those last few things wrapped up and it will be closed. You'll get the keys and you'll be walking through your new home. I hope you guys found this video really helpful. Please give me a call or follow me on social media to learn more, and we'll hopefully be working together. Talk to you soon.